All right, so this is the Tesla Model 3 marketing plan by Esther Beckles, Caleb Short, Juan Camacho, Dan Gugin, and myself, Carlos Reyes. All right, so first we'll take a look at the situation analysis. Okay, in general, we see the current administration take a stance against climate change. This is mostly symbolical, but we do see some real progress in federal incentives and popular attitude towards reduce our dependence on oil. Um, Pollution is a problem in large metropolitan areas. We see China with their smog problem, um, Mexico City, Paris recently enacted restrictions on vehicle circulation. So this is a growing problem that we'll definitely see here in LA, and we believe our product is a way to engage that problem. Um, Safety and fuel efficiencies are definitely main concerns of consumers and the automotive industry in general. Governments and strict regulations. All right, the market. The electric market vehicle in general has been experiencing really exponential and significant growth in the past few years. We see a movement from the major manufacturers towards developing their own EVs. Um, Tesla has an advantage in this area as an icon or as the first mover towards these electric vehicle, this emerging electric vehicle market that sort of puts us in the forefront of the industry. As we can see on the graph on the right, our Model S has been the most successful electric vehicle in the past couple years. All right, so looking internally, some strengths of Tesla are definitely its research and development capabilities and its talent, not only from its CEO, but the hiring talent they have. The ability to raise capital. So our investors are investing on more of a long-term basis. So they believe in Tesla's mission towards moving to sustainable energy. So they may be less responsive to economic backlash or short-term problems, for that matter. Opportunities we hope to get more government incentives. We hope the green market keeps growing. Our own manufacturing capabilities, we need to increase them in order to meet our demand, and hopefully we'll see an increase in affordability on our batteries that will ultimately render the gas engine sort of obsolete for day-to-day transportation. Weaknesses, as we mentioned, we have currently we do not have the capabilities to manufacture or to meet our current demand, but we will hopefully in the next year. Threats, I think our main threat would be to do a poor job on our initial release of Tesla 3 that would really affect our reputation as pretty much as the best manufacturer, sort of the Apple of cars, if you will. We also see possible environmental standards not keeping up with our expectations, and the federal incentive fund getting depleted for the later customers that will no longer get those incentives because no further legislation would be applied. All right, Mercedes. So Mercedes is not a strong electric vehicle manufacturer. However, it will be our main competition for the luxury brand. It is well established, they're innovative, they have very good financial stability, a very large product portfolio, and they have the highest ranking customer loyalty for luxury automakers. They are, in their opportunities, they are developing an EQ brand for electric vehicles, so they are moving in the same direction as us. They're also looking to expand the Asian market, which would greatly increase the revenues and their abilities. They are an expensive brand and they have high cost of productions, but other than that, they're a pretty solid company. They're susceptible to oil prices, obviously, because they're great. Most of their products depend on run on gasoline, and basically any slowdown on economic growth will hinder their ability, since they are a luxury brand and they are the first to get cut off of customers when hard times come, economically speaking, of course. BMW, very similar to Mercedes, but definitely I would argue our second strongest competitor. They're also a very well-established German luxury brand. Also have very strong customer loyalty behind Mercedes. They're also moving into the hybrid and electric vehicles, and also moving into Asia. And that's pretty much it from BMW. Chevrolet. Chevrolet is part of General Motors, so a very, very large company. They're a very fast-growing industry. According to some recent numbers, they are the fastest-growing brand in the United States overall. They're also moving into, they also have a couple hybrid vehicles, and they're moving into purely electric vehicles also. Since they're part of General Motors, they're less innovative as us, and they're of more bureaucracy, and also the bankruptcy of 2008 exposed some of their inefficiencies, for that matter. Alright, so we see here some of our main competing products and their statistics, price, and the class the class of product they are. So our Tesla Model 3 is a luxury sedan, so it would be mostly competing with other luxury sedans. Luckily, most of those are gas engines, so for anyone looking to go away from gas, ours would be the obvious choice. But we can't stop paying attention to these other well-established products. The Chevy Bolt is probably our strongest competitor in terms of numbers and efficiency. However, it is not a luxury sedan, so we hope customers will opt to the greater value of the Model 3 instead of sticking to the slightly less expensive overall Chevy Bolt, which in our opinion does not offer the same value as the Model 3. Alright, so position statement. Alright, so the Model 3 is, which sort of aim it to be the perfect car, is sort of aimed to be kind of the best there is. It's $35,000, so it goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds. That's the fastest in its class. Our target market would be just regular auto enthusiasts, luxury car buyers, which are the ones that can afford our car and get the most out of it. Generally, individuals concerned about the environment, and budget-conscious consumers, we could argue that's pretty much everyone. Moving on. Okay, our current Tesla owners tend to be male. They're usually kind of mid-age, 35, 40. They're earning 3 figures or more. And even we hope to get the market of people that are not making 3 figures with our incentives. But generally it's people who care what their car says about their lifestyle. So they're people who want to seem cutting edge, sophisticated, environmentally conscious, and ultimately sort of display status with any luxury sedan brand. So on the first stage, on the release date, January through March, we'll have a car parade through the Golden Gate, and that will be kind of our main event for the first 3 months. We hope to raise awareness by an additional 35%, and get an additional 10% market share. For the second stage, on April through September, we hope to sort of get feedback from our first adopters, sort of publicize their experience, and just basically bombard customers through magazines, TV ads, YouTube, everything we can just get consumers to have Tesla in their mind, basically. For a third stage, October is the Energy Awareness Month, so we'll definitely capitalize on that. We hope to have a TED Talk on the green campaign. By our fourth stage in December, a year would have basically gone by, and we hope to have achieved something significant on the auto industry by developing our mass production car to hit the streets and be a success. So we'll just sort of make it a celebration and sort of publicize it as a victory, not for Tesla, but kind of as a movement, us successfully moving towards a better future. All right, so our general strategy would be just to let people know of the advantages, of the actual advantages of our car, of the incentives they would get, especially here in California, our target market, our focused market, any state and federal incentives. California hopefully will continue to develop more incentives, and to sort of reach out to those individuals that have a lower budget than the $35,000, so they can realize that they can actually purchase our product within their means. As I said, sort of Tesla sort of enjoys this celebrity status of its CEO, so we hope to capitalize on that. Also, sort of transform him into a new Steve Jobs, and like an icon to the company that people expect great things from this company. So we hope to sell that to the initial customers as being part of something big that is going to grow in the next years. These are our budgets, but we can look at those over at our main document, so I'll just skip through these. Advertising campaign. All right, so Environment Magazine, Car and Driver Magazine. Those big two would reach a big audience of two different segments, environmentalist and car enthusiast. Some of those would hopefully intersect, but even if those sector that does not intersect, we hope to get a great number of potential customers on those advertisements. As we mentioned earlier, our car parade through the Golden Gate hopefully will capture the attention of the national media. And just green campaign in October. We have some projects for planting trees on the side, and basically a lot of earth-friendly green initiatives to go along our product. Okay, contingency plan. So Tesla is known for delaying its release dates. However, we don't think that would be a big issue, since customers will be fairly forgiven if we deliver what we say we are delivering and all the value we offer. However, we have some backup plan for battery distributors with Panasonic if Tesla's Gigafactory is unable to be completed for any reason. So we have that contingency plan regarding our source for the lithium batteries, which are ultimately vital for a product. Budget, as I said, most of our investors understand this is a long-term project, but in case they decide to pull out or we are unable to find further financing locally as we have in the past, I think China would be a great source for investments looking into the future.